full screen. Grade 8 review. So today is September the 7th.
I just read a nasty article in the Star about how poor our math skills are coming into grade 9.
Well, my uncle is, well, he's an old man now, but he used to work for the, oh shoot. One of the trade, I can't remember which one now, one of the trades, so he used to do, and that's what he says the most difficult thing, if you're interested in trades, you need your math skills to be there. He said that's the hardest thing. It was welding is what he was like the director of the thing, and he said math skills are the most important thing. Grade 8 review. So what you should do after you write grade 8 review is on your table of contents, which I'll go back to right now, hopefully. Whoops, what happened now? Go to your table of contents, please, and make it look sort of like this. The table of contents should say date is September the 7th. And this is more, if you don't mind, just sort of circulating here just to make sure that everyone's sort of got the right idea here. Topic is going to be grade 8 review. And it's going to be your first page in your notebook. Okay?
Do you have the table of contents?
Yes, I do. I have a million contents. Where are those? I think this is where you see where Spider-Man was?
Yes.
Right in that little pile. There's the one. Kind of embarrassing for a second. Ben has found himself a lovely pad of graph paper, and I'm going to also embarrass you even further until I look to the back. That's the best deal I've ever seen for graph paper, okay? So.
Is anybody else?
Right here at the front. Yeah, Mr. Moore, do you mind throwing those in your binders so that my other classes can steal them?
Yeah.
You can have 40 copies of them. I think this is that. Seriously?
Yeah.
I was one day off even yesterday. Oh no.
I was wondering why you just said.
Sorry. This is why we're writing in pencil, everybody. This is why we're writing in pencil. Thank you. Okay, so most people have their titles all set up here. That's September the 6th. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this page and go back to the main other page. We're all feeling good? Dallas, all well? Okay. Okay, so we're going to start here with everyone's favorite part of grade 8. Which is integers. Now I know you love this. This is why we're starting with this one first. Okay? Does anybody, I'm not necessarily going to pick on Heather here, but I could. Does anyone remember what an integer was from last year? Or the year before? Yeah, sorry, Sandra, go ahead. Yeah, so these are positive and negative numbers. Very good. Okay, and what I'm going to do on this board over here, and I'd like you guys to put your notes, I want to leave a little bit of room here. So I'd like you to make what's called a number line. Does you guys remember the number line? I'll hope a little bit from last year. So everyone's seen a number line? So what happens is we're going to put 0 in the middle. So if you're on, I'll put one on the other side too for those that are on that side. So this is going to be adding, and this is going to be subtracting. And if you're on the right-hand side of the class, I'll fix that up for you guys as well too. Put them on the other side. Okay. So just draw this on your page if you don't mind, because they encourage you if integers are something that are easy for you. This is a good way to help you remember how to put it. So we're going to put a 0 in the middle. And this way you go if you're adding. And this way you go if you're subtracting. Has most people seen something similar to this, I think? Yes? One person on your head, perfect, thank you. Okay. Okay, so this sort of just helps you out in order to get things if you're adding or subtracting numbers. Okay, negatives happen all the time. The negative I can think of instantly is temperature. Okay, so negatives happen for that for sure. 0 is what they decided. I don't know why the 0 is 0. Like, why do they call that as a special number? What happens if 0 to water? Yeah, it freezes, right? So that's why they pick 0 for that number. Okay. Oops. Hello.
Hello.
Fred?
Yeah.
Perfect. You want to be sitting right there in that red chair, please?
All right.
I have a whole bunch of paperwork for you.
That's kind of unusual.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you very much. This is a lot. Here we go. We're just going through the right now, and Monday nights is what we do now. Okay, and I'm going to put on here bracket number line. Not that you guys know that already. Okay, so here we go. There it is. Okay, so first of all, Tyler, you're going to get the easiest question of the day. You can do this with the number line, you can do this with your calculator, or you can just do it in your head. 2 plus 3 is going to equal what, please? 5. Very good. So the way I would do this if I was using a number line, just to show you, because we're going to get to negatives in a second, we're going to start at 2. And because you're adding 3, oh my goodness gracious, here we go. Starting at 2, you're adding 3, you're just going to count 1, 2, 3, and get to 5. That's how the number line works, okay? Make sense? All right, Ken, you're up. That's quite easy one there, too. Thank you. Ben's going to get letter B. So if 2 plus 3 is 5, then what's negative 2 plus negative 3? Now you can use the number line, use your number line if you need to. Okay, one second. Because this is the types of questions that get people flustered, sorry?
Positive 1.
Close, but no. Okay, now just wait. Let's go through my number line here, if everyone can see up here. Okay, and this is why the number line is sort of good. Okay, we're going to start at negative 2, right? Wow. Quite a decent marker. I should have probably given you a hint here. If you're adding the negative 3, what's another way to say you're adding negative 3? What are you doing? Well, that's like subtracting, right? So this you can also write, if you want to, as negative 2 minus 3. If you want to do it that way. It means the same thing. So if you're going negative, what are you going to the left here? So it's going to go just negative 3, negative 4, and then I lost my step here. So negative 5 should be my answer. Okay, because negative is going to go to the left, positive is going to the right. Are you feeling sort of okay so far? Is this coming back a little bit to people? Is Amber, you feeling good? Okay. Are you Benjamin or Ben? Benjamin, I said, right? Benjamin, how are you feeling? Good? Okay. That was negative 5. Letter C. I'm going to give everyone a second to try this one out yourself. And the only other thing I'm just going to hint here, okay, I'm going to just call this, that's the same as negative 4 minus 2. So I'm going to give you a second, try it out. Then I'm going to pick on Kyla in a second here. Okay, so just take a minute, everybody. Give it a try yourself. You guys can do this. The reason I'm taking the time on these integers is that, is it fair to say integers are a stickler even for grade 10s and 11s?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to make sure we get good at this stuff. You got it? So, oh, good thing. All right, Kyla, go ahead. Negative 6, perfect. Right? You're starting at negative 4, and you're going 2 to the left to get to negative 6. Feeling sort of okay for most people here? Is this coming back for some people? Yes, a little bit? No. Sorry, I can't remember your name. Melanie, how are you feeling? Good. Yeah, we'll get it, don't worry. Okay. Three plus -8. Okay, so when I say plus -8, what do I write that as? Sorry, Cole, what do I write that as? 3 plus -8. Well, think what I did here, right? So what was my step to get from here to here? What did I do?
Take away.
Yeah, take away. So this is just the same as 3 minus 8. Okay? So you're not done yet, unfortunately, Cole. So I'm going to start way up here at 3. Am I going left or am I going right? So am I going left or am I going right in this case? Left, perfect. So I'm going to start at 3 and go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And again, that's just a tool. If you can do it in your head or do it on your fingers, go ahead. So we got -5. How are you feeling? Sort of good? This is sort of comes back to people. If you need to count on your fingers, you can also do this on your calculator if you want to eventually. But I just want to get to how to do it in our heads here. So this should be -5. All right. If you are fading out today's class, and I hope that you're not, we're going to move on to letter E here. Okay, Sparrow. Why is this one different than the previous one we've seen so far? What's the difference between this one?
Oh, wait, okay.
There's one thing that's different about it here.
There's no positive.
Yeah, it's negative, right? Now, when you have a negative, all that a negative means is to flip. So it means whatever this sign is, just flip it. So this is going to flip to be plus. Okay, so all a negative means to flip. So if you have 2 negative, it means you start with a negative, you're going to flip this to be a positive. That's all it means. Okay, so change the 18 plus 4. 22 ounces. Okay. And again, if you want to draw it on your test or your assignment or whatever, if you want to draw a number line up to 100, you certainly may. You know, in my other class, I had a number line. It was falling apart, but it started at -100, went all the way to +100. Okay, so if you need to do that, that's fine. But we want to get to the point that eventually we can just start doing this in our heads or on our fingers. Okay, that's the idea. Okay. Alice, how are you feeling? All right, I'm going to give you guys a chance to try this one for me. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause on the video. And I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to try this. And then, 12, 13 minutes. I'll stop.